All right, I'm going to have you blow into this breathalyzer. Blow really hard. Give it all you got. Oh my God.
What did I pass?
You shouldn't even be alive. You blew a 666.
Wow, is that a pass? Did I win?
Mother, man.
Welcome back. I got another episode of 666 Seconds of Murder for you. So this video will be less than 666 seconds or 11 minutes and 6 seconds, or it's free. So hang on for a true crime white knuckle ride with me. Today, wearing another band shirt. I know this time it's Leper Colony. Great old school death metal from Germany and Sweden. And I got called out by Catherine S. of saying, why don't you ever show us the shirt? You mention it, but you don't let us see the shirt. So here's a better look at the shirt. Hopefully that is satisfactory to you, Catherine. So very good. Do me a favor and like this video real quick. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing before you leave today. It is a free way to help out the channel. So thanks to those of you that are already subscribers. Now, I'm not sure how many of you are following the breaking news coming out of Central Washington State with Travis Decker. He is a father of 3 suspected in their homicides. It's a sad story all the way around. He's currently on the run in the rugged terrain of Central Washington. He's a former U.S. Army Ranger trained to survive in that sort of environment. So it's going to be tough. And the 3 young girls, Payton, age 9, Evelyn, age 8, and Olivia, age 5, absolutely heartbreaking. Now, warning, this is an unpleasant case with some graphic detail, very similar to cases like this we've heard of before, with children being attacked. It's just terrible. All right, but forge on at your own risk. And in addition, I am a disabled veteran myself with PTSD, so I am in no way talking about Travis Decker's struggles for any other reason than to explain this outburst of extreme violence. And I mean no disrespect to the U.S. Army, the U.S. itself, or the VA. Now, I want to thank one of my viewers for suggesting this case last night. It was Joanne H7891. I appreciate it. I've been watching and reading as much as possible this morning to do at least this intro video on the case, but thank you, Joanne. There are a lot of details that I'll be addressing in other videos I'm going to do on this case, but since a majority of my audience are followers of the Idaho 4, I wanted to make everyone aware of this active case and just start from the ground up. Now, Travis and his ex-wife, Whitney, were divorced several years after a 7-year marriage. He is a 32-year-old U.S. Army veteran with combat experience as a Ranger, as I mentioned. Travis was suffering from PTSD and having a mental health crisis, unable to get help with the red tape of Washington State's VA system. It's important to point out that sometimes veterans don't really try to get help and blame it on the VA. Now, I don't know what happened here, but Travis had no history of violence with Whitney or the girls. Now, I want to point out that I am a veteran, as I said, with PTSD, but not from combat. But here where I live in the Midwest, the VA has been spectacular with me. But if you're suffering from mental health issues, whether you're a veteran or not, please get some help and call 988 if you're in crisis and you're here in the United States. Now, Travis was a good dad and was very involved with his kids, but due to his mental health slipping, he was unable to keep a job and was in a downward financial spiral and homeless. And due to these issues, his visitations were reduced to every other weekend and no overnights. Now, on Friday, May 30th, he picked up the girls for a scheduled visit, but failed to return them at 8 p.m. as part of their agreement. He did not show up, and Whitney began frantically calling him, going straight to voicemail. She called the police, and things were moving very quickly. Law enforcement were using traffic cameras to lock in on his white GMC Sierra pickup. After speaking to law enforcement, the hotels in the Wenatchee area were contacted, state parks, and beyond. They were going to all his local haunts, which, again, he loved to go camping. They'd been said that he would go camping for 2 or 3 months at a time, so he really liked camping. Local police contacted the state to start an Amber Alert, but the case did not meet the criteria for one, which is just awful. I mean, this is a problem that could have possibly saved these girls, and that needs to be looked at. And it was because they didn't believe the girls were in danger of violence due to Travis's good record with visitation for several years. So it is what it is. Now, the following day, they issued an endangered missing persons report for the girls that included reporting to the public to be on the lookout, posting pictures of him, several pictures. Travis Decker is definitely a very, very dangerous individual. With a search of Travis Decker's computer, they found searches for getting a job in Canada. Where the girls were found was close to a trail that apparently leads directly to Canada. So hopefully they're searching that area extensively, but it sounds like they've got a good plan in action to track him down. My guess is he'll off himself once he's out of options, possibly a death by cop type situation. Now, only a day later, a couple days later, Monday, June 2nd, Payton, Evelyn, and Olivia's bodies were found, unfortunately, 75 yards from the abandoned truck. And Travis, left the campsite in Leavenworth, Washington, and just left on foot. This is known as the Chelan County Campground, about 20 miles from their home. 2 bloody handprints were found on the tailgate. That's kind of ominous. They were bound with zip ties and suffocated with plastic bags. Absolutely horrible. Doesn't get much worse than that. Reminds me of Chris Watts, very much so. Now, Travis left his beloved dog loose at the campground and fled on foot. Law enforcement is letting the citizens of that area know to stay out of the enchantments area of the park, which is the most likely place he would be. Last seen in a light-colored shirt and dark shorts, and his dark hair pulled back in a ponytail. Check out the thumbnail or Google his name if you want to get a better look at him. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this case, so drop a comment below. It helps the video get out there to more people, so I appreciate that. And reminder, if you're a veteran or not, and you're having mental health breakdown or an issue, please call 988 in the U.S. for help with that sort of crisis. And if you like reading dark and creepy, weird stuff, I'm your guy. Check out PeteAltieri.com. That's my writing website. I got free samples on there and a secure bookstore. So go check that out. I'll be doing a live today. That's Sunday, June 8th at 4 p.m. That's Central Time. And I'll be talking all Idaho 4 there. Big thanks to all the members of the Homicide Club for your support. I appreciate you guys and everyone that watches these videos. And you could become a member of the Homicide Club for only $1.99. And you could do that in the membership section of the page. And coming soon, the Mayhem Squad. That's going to be my next tier. Not figured every detail out yet, but get ready for that one. Please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you like what I do, and leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.